Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited. I got a new mic set up here and hopefully the audio is coming through nice and clear for you guys, and this is kind of an upgrade for me. So I can't stand it when I'm watching a YouTube video and the sound is horrible and I gotta like crank up my volume. So let me know in the comments if the mic is okay for you guys, if the levels are good. I might have to adjust some things, but just trying this out for the first time, so we'll see what happens here. Anyways, we're doing today a recap on my trades. Today is March 10th. And I'm very happy with today's results. And we had some craziness in the market with KOSS, AMC, GME. So that craziness really continues. It's been amazing to see just the changes on that and the short sellers, everything. So we're going to review some of that today. We're going to go first over some of my trades and how I avoided the big short sell-off and the big flash. And hopefully you guys didn't get caught up in that, but we'll review that in a second and we'll leave it there. So anyways, today I am up a whopping $1,534. So that's a great day for me. Let's look at the chart here and let's talk about real quickly what I traded. I traded CETX, ENVB, and I traded those back and forth, and then I traded KOSS was the other third stock I traded that had a bunch of trades on. And that didn't happen until a little bit later. So today really started off pretty well. I wanted to show you guys CETX. Let's go to that real quick. I want to show you this. CETX, this is where I first started trading here. And I'm amazed, man. This thing had incredible push right as the market opened here. And guess what? I missed out on this entire thing. For me, you know, in the last, honestly, maybe like month and a half, I've been avoiding, maybe longer than that, I've been avoiding selling or buying and selling like right as the market opens. And I've been burned in the past using E-Trade, and sometimes I've got caught in really bad positions, not just positions, but also order filling. Like sometimes there's lag right when the market opens because there's so much volatility going in that it's hard to get filled, and sometimes really hard to sell too. So it was hard. I had a lot of FOMO sitting on the sidelines watching this thing just rip. So congrats to you guys if you got in on that rip. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, yeah, I saw this rip. And I actually waited, and lately I've been doing a lot of dip trade buying where I wait for it to just flash down and try to buy as low as I can and then take just the next little move up. So that's what I did on this one a bunch of different times, and it was a pretty impressive stock. It did just completely crumble after that first rush up, and I think that was an inevitable. You know, you get to push that hard, those two candles going up that hard. Sometimes they just go right back down, which is exactly what this did. I mean, so much strength to begin with, but, you know, it collapsed. But it did have another run, so that was cool. Let's go into what else I traded. So that was CETX. And then I switched over to ENVB. This was another one that was running as well. And yeah, so this one was good. Had a couple of different pushes. It had a kind of a similar open. It wasn't as big, but it had one huge candle right when the market opened. Actually, there's two of them. And then it flushed again. So I hopped in a bunch of different scalp trades, guys. Too many to go over, but I traded this a bunch. And so let's hop over to my big mistake. So I worked all the way up to 817 bucks. And then I had a nasty trade. It was on 817. Let's see. Yeah, CETX. I took the bait on a bad setup and got crumbled, and I lost half my money right there, going back down to 400 bucks, 41. So from there, let's see. So that was the nasty fall there, and you know, I ended up working and grinding myself sideways for a long time, you know, going up to not much, 480. I was at 481, worked up to 513, then went downhill once again, then went sideways for the long time. It was just back and forth, back and forth. Then I finally hit a nice streak, and I think that actually started kind of over. I finished up on ENVB. I felt like I was kind of not getting anywhere. Then I switched over to KOSS because KOSS was actually presenting itself. Let's go over that real quick. I saw KOSS on the radar, like it was down, I think it was like 30% at one point during the day, like down here. And I started watching it right in here. This was a cool spot. So we had, you know, it peaked in the morning or pre-market and then faded. And then it had these two highs right here around 29. And it curled down and then it started curling back up. And I was thinking to myself, totally not worth it. It's hit two spots here that are probably going to be resistance. And so I wasn't interested, but I did see it once I saw it right in here, that it kind of creeped up and was getting just a little bit higher. We had this first big candle to push through, and this thing told me, boom, game on. So I started hopping in big here on KOSS, and we had this incredible move. So this huge push up, and I think I just started to read that well. Like once I, you know, saw this big push through, it just looked really great. So I started to hop in heavy, and I knew I've traded KOSS before. It's like a sympathy stock to GME, and I looked over at GME, and of course GME is moving too. It's having the same effect, and so that was great. But anyways, KOSS was a bigger gainer, so that's why I was going for that one. And I rode this thing all the way up. I just took tons of trades on this, and because of it, I did really well today. So up 1534, $1,500, and that's where I decided to end the day. Right in here, I realized, you know, I just, the best thing about scalp trading is that you're getting in and getting out so quickly that I like it in the sense that it feels like there's not a lot of risk. Like you're moving so quickly that you're getting out and you're not allowing yourself to like take in a huge loss by a huge crash down. Now, I've been caught on those before and they do happen. But anyways, this stock, I was really eyeing it and I was watching this trend down. This was an important trend because it hit its high up at 40, went way down, and I started buying in. And so I got some good trades in here, and I was looking for to kind of have that consolidation and then eventually another rip higher. And what happened was it had so many candles that were just going sideways for the longest time. It was taking a while to break out. And so feeling that, it was kind of almost a feeling, and watching it, of course, realizing, well, this thing, if it does push higher, it's most likely there's gonna be the shorters who are gonna just hop on it and just push it right back down, even if it breaks this area. And so I was kind of anticipating that move, and I did hop in before it pushed hard, had a nice sell, and then I kind of watched the rest of this unfold, and I was like, you know what, way too much resistance in here. It's bound to eventually, you know, what seems like it's either gonna fall really hard, or if it does punch through, I don't know. Typically when there's so much resistance here, I anticipate that once you get a punch through some of these highs, that it just peaks real quick and then goes right back down because there's so many people in it. And I guess that's kind of where intuition comes in, and a bit of experience, is you can kind of feel when things are heavy. And knowing that we are already all the way up here at kind of the highs, I had a feeling that this thing was not going to continue. And so I stopped trading it, I think, in here. And I'm so glad I did, because this thing had the nastiest fall down and halt after halt. And the thing just got pushed so hard to the floor. So let me know. I want to know from my viewers out there, if you guys, you know, unfortunately, if you guys got caught, I'm pretty sure there was probably a lot of people that got caught maybe trying to trade this to the upside, and this thing just started ripping down. And I want to know where you guys bailed out at. You know, did you try to bail out quickly and just manage risk, you know, maybe at 36? Or did you end up holding the bag on this one on the way down and fall into a halt and then have to sell way down here? And my condolences if you did, because I've been there before, but this thing was so nasty and it was rough. And so if we hop over to GME real quick, I want to show you that. I'm sure you guys saw a lot of this, but look at this. This is so nasty of a short going down. And I can't even sum this up to what actually happened here. I mean, other than shorts hopping all over this and just trying to wreck people. And I know there's a ton of people who got absolutely wrecked today. And take notes on this. I mean, if you are a beginner trader and you fall into the hype of GameStop and the whole trend of all these people saying diamond hands and holding stock forever until it goes way up, I mean, it's a crazy stock to be in. And that's why I really don't like holding these kinds of stocks. And while it's incredible that, you know, the stock has run from like 37 at one point to, you know, 488, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. If you're in it for the long haul, be careful. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, guys, I want to wrap it up for you there today. That's how my trading went today. And I had a nice green day and I avoided the nasty big falls. So let me know how your day went, if you were green or red. And let me know if you got caught in any of those nasty spills going downhill. They were pretty crazy. So one last thing to wrap up, I want to show you where I sit on the month with my calendar here. I'm really happy with this. Although I do have a big mistake. And the calendar doesn't reflect that. But I'm all green, right? And this is my actual realized profits. Green all month, done really well. However, Friday, I did bag hold eyes and I lucked out because it went in the right direction. Come Monday, it went up big and I actually sold early. I left cash on the table, but I got out way ahead with a big gain still, so that was good. And that's where I'm leaving today. And we got two more days left. Hopefully we can all be green and have a great finish to the week. And I just want to crush this month because last month was horrible for me. Look at my February. So nasty. It's the nastiest month I've ever had, and I completely bombed it. January was good, but because of those 2 months being good and one tremendously horrible, I'm break even for those entire 2 months. All that progress, zero. So March is the month for me to recover and build, and don't get too risky and don't fall into traps. Trying my best here. So that's where I'm leaving it. And hope you guys had a great Wednesday. We'll see you on the next one.